Welcome, everybody. Today we have a very special guest.
I knew early on that I wanted to make movies.
Such a difficult industry because there's a lot of luck involved.
I mean, look at American Werewolf in London, look at The Thing, look at The Fly. Look at these films that have really withstood the test of time.
I sculpted this Captain Kirk mask, and they didn't sell particularly well, but then John Carpenter came in, said, can you paint one white and spray paint his hair black?
I was maybe 9 or 10 years old, and it scared the living shit out of me.
You're just racking up these people that you grew up watching. They're in your films. Is that surreal?
There were 35 directors there. If there had been a bomb dropped on that restaurant, never another good horror movie.
Bene's Bloody Bits.
I'm Jason Bene. He's Malcolm Harvey. Today is September 1st, which means it's Vinegar Syndrome new release day. We have a total of 7 Vinegar Syndrome releases, 19 partner labels, yes. 26 films total. Are you ready, man, to spend some money?
I'm going to spend all my monies. I've been saving my monies. I'm probably going to spend it on at least the BSA, since it's supposed to be a Hong Kong movie.
We got about 15 minutes before we start. I want to bring something up on screen that Vinegar Syndrome teased. I want to get this out of the way because I think we figured out one of the films that's coming. Okay. Let's see. Nope. Wrong one. Oopsie.
Oopsie doopsie.
Okay. You can see this, Malcolm?
I can see it.
Okay. So basically we have this teaser banner that was put up on Instagram. So what we have is a moon. Full moon makes me think werewolves. Not 100% guaranteed, but most likely. What caught me was this image, the dark hair with the gray, full moon. Now we know the tease for the 4K UHD for this month is an 80s studio horror film.
Yeah.
Gory. Okay, well that made me think of Howling 2. Now, tell me that the hairline doesn't match.
Doesn't match.
It's the full moon, the gray hair. I'm not a betting man, but I'll put some money down that Howling 2 is going to be. I think
that's going to be the image. I think that's going to be part of the image on the slipcover because it looks like it's going to be.
I'm thinking it's the back of the slipcover, but I could be wrong. But Christopher Lee is a horror icon. So this one is what I'm thinking. And
your original guess was Night at the Base, wasn't it, before they did the hint?
Right. So let me go to... Okay, so what I think it's going to be Howling 2. But what I want, but I don't think it's going to be Amityville 2: The Possession, which is the best of that series. And it fits the studio. It fits the studio horror thing, but there was talk of Down Under, and I believe the director of The Howling 2 is from Australia. So that it's connecting. I thought maybe The Beast Within.
Yeah.
And I also thought a long shot would be Razorback.
I'm glad it's not Razorback.
Yeah, I really think it is Howling 2, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out very soon. But we know this banner with Craze is part of a 3 Blu-ray sets, and we got Jack Palance, and I guess he's sacrificing women to some.
Good. That's what I like to say. Sacrificing women in Craze and in the Howling 4K of the.
Hey, Jason and Malcolm, nice to be able to catch you during a live. Looking forward to the show. Yeah, this is one of those rare times where the first of the month falls in the weekend. And I can actually be up and do this. I mean, in a perfect world, I would be able to do these at 9 o'clock. I've never done one of these lives, dropping on a first of the month, but this is nice for a change. It's a 3-day weekend, so we're going to get a lot of sleep on top of it. But let's pull up the Vinegar Syndrome website now. Let's get ready, man.
Yep, it's going to be exciting.
Have you picked up anything yet this weekend?
Yes, I've picked up a lot of stuff. I picked up 4 adult titles. Well, technically 4, 6, because 2 were Peak of Armor, double DVDs, which was nice. 2 of them were the Paul ones, the gay ones, if that's the right way of saying it, because they came back in because they were in the Oops section. Oh, I don't mind watching them. I believe when I watch,
you're confident in your sexuality, right? You're confident.
Well,
in your
for me, if I'm honest with you, but for me, it's all about the art. So, if I want to watch something to get the thing off, it's not going to be one of those movies. It'll be one of the latest ones you see online. Anyway, so there's those, and I picked up Pigs with the Slip in the Oops section, and I picked up Dracula's Great Love or Last Love, the Paul Naschy one. I picked up New York Ninja, the comic. I bought 2 shirts, and that was it.
Did you call it the Oops section?
Yeah,
out of print. Okay, you call it Oops.
Oop. That's what we call it. Oop. I'm simple. I have to read it like oop.
So I'm gonna let people know as soon as the website goes live, I will briefly look at the 7 main titles, but Malcolm doesn't want to miss out on any Oops stuff, so he's gonna go look there real quick. While he's doing that, I want to look at the partner label stuff because a lot of the movies are only 1,000 slipcovers, especially if it's a Shudder title. And there's a couple of movies from Shudder I'm hoping they put out. And
if it's an elevated game, it needs 25 slips only, and hopefully it sells out.
It needs, what is it, like Cutting Class? It needs 5 different slipcovers.
Oh god, imagine that.
But anyways, we will focus on the main 7 films at some point, but I do want to go over them briefly, kind of, get excited about those. And then we'll jump over to partner labels. If there's nothing like we need to buy immediately, we'll hop back to the main page and we'll dive into all, 7 films. We know we got 3 mainline releases. Then we got what? VSA, VSL.
We got VSA of a Hong Kong movie.
What do you think it's going to be?
I originally thought it's going to be Chinese Ghost Story 1, 2, and 3 originally. But people reckon it's a different one called The Buried 100, I think it's called. Because there's strong possibilities that Joey Wong's in them. She's a beautiful actress, by the way. Oh, Joey Wong. In some places, her name was Wong, Wang, Wing, Long. So weird. But I'm excited for that because that's probably the most exciting one I'm excited for at the minute. Oh, and the Jelly that's coming out, but I think it's going to be $5 of the August Moon.
So, what do you think about? I could have sworn that Rad went out of print years ago. How were they able to come up with more copies? Do you think that's a little bit?
I can tell you how. They reckon it was hidden behind a sofa in the warehouse, but they moved it out of. I think they just basically got them done. And let's do 1,000 limited run because it was 1,000. It wasn't like 823 or like 101, like the others. BS. And what's the chances that they'd actually have the VHS version as well, but come out at the same time if they didn't reorganize it?
I mean, I was probably in middle school when this film came out, and I was never into the dirt biking and all that stuff, but people seem to really love that film. I do like this colorful Miami Connection. I already own it. I don't need multiple slipcovers, but I do like it. It's pretty.
I bought the slipcover of this one. I didn't of Surf 2 though.
Actually, I will say, looking at the 2 slips, I do like the minimalist approach more than this one here, which is kind of a little overwhelming.
Well, John, people do think it could be Delirium, so maybe you're right. And it would be quite funny if they did release it, like you said, because last September they released the Delirium as well.
I do like this Surf 2. I don't think it's as good. This is great.
Yeah, that one's
busy.
better.
It's busy, but it's colorful, and boy, I love this part too. Hey-oh!
What I want to know is why are they selling a slip for something that hasn't run out of slip?
Right. Why aren't they selling a slip for like a Death Row Game Show, which is like one of their earlier releases, right? Why do that? Okay, we got 6 minutes. It'd be funny if the star-studded 80s Giallo UHD were to be Delirium 1987. They just released the Delirium last September. If it's UHD, it could be Delirium, which I own the Blu-ray from Code Red. It's a good film.
I own it.
It's
I own it from
Lamberto
88
Bava.
films.
And people need to remember, star-studded. We're not talking like, Brad Pitt, these big-time actors. We're talking star-studded, but then genre, the what we like, right? Those kind of actors. It's not like it's the big-time actors. So
Sean C. Phillips.
Oh, Sean C. Phillips. Got a couple new T-shirts. I've never been a slipcover protector. Yes,
I buy some, but every one I've bought from Vinegar Syndrome has never worked well with my stuff.
I just think that's a waste of money. That's money I could be spending on buying films.
True, but you think about it, if you're leaving them on the side and they're not being taken care of, they could get damaged and you've wasted that. It depends on how much you're paying for the slips. I mean, on average, I buy ones over off eBay like 50 for like 20 odd pounds, and that works perfectly for me.
Just look at all these films that they sold out of. I don't know what the count was, but man, almost everything is gone.
Some of them have 13.
Like this, if you're going to do a legacy slipcover, do it on an old title like this, right? That actually might get more people to buy it. And this is like old school Vinegar Syndrome. It's never had a slipcover. Obviously, Hell Comes to Frogtown.
Flesh and Bullets, just so people know, Flesh and Bullets is one of my favourite scenes ever in it. All you think about is the baby.
Okay.
You cold-hearted bitch. I love that.
This artwork is so bad, this movie needs a slipcover. Is it a DVD or a Blu-ray?
It's a DVD.
That's probably why they don't. I don't think they're going to do slips of DVDs. Let's see. Pandemonium is really, if you like spoofs, if you like wacko, Pandemonium. This is the director of Alice, Sweet Alice. This is a fun one. I like this kind of like scary movies, Saturday the 14th. I like these kind of films. I like that, they make fun of there's a young Paul Rubens. I dig those films.
I never get when Paul Rubin died, when he passed away. The headline was Paul Rubin, Pee-wee's Playhouse, as part of a guy who also was caught masturbating in a cinema and arrested, passed away today. It was like, what?
This Schizoid X-Ray is a double feature, was a Blu-ray that was put out by Scream Factory. I think today is going to be another Scream Factory upgrade, and I think it's going to be Howling 2 on 4K, which is fine. I've never owned Howling 2. I don't love it, but I think watching it now, older, with Christopher Lee no longer alive, I think it'll, in the 80s, it's totally 80s, the music, the hair, Wacko is great.
Sybil Danning, isn't it? Sybil Danning in a bosom.
Look at that, Andrew Dice Clay. Look at him, young Andrew Dice Clay, right there. All right,
if it is Howling 2, I'll have to get rid of my Arrow version.
I'm going to hang out on the main page here. We got about 2.5 minutes left. Do you have a budget, Malcolm? How much do you figure you're going to be spending today?
Well, I looked at it and all the titles together, but might be about $600-700, but I'm not paying that, obviously. My budget really, if I don't count the Hong Kong movie, because that's a given, then probably about, and I don't count the out of print section, then probably about $100 for the partner levels, because I've been telling the wife I need to calm down on the partner levels and just get the real movies, not those crappy ones that. Do you know what I mean? Because I was getting all of them at one point, and most of the time it was like, oh, why am I buying this? This ain't even a real movie. Or, I want to focus on getting the movies, not these 30-minute, 40-minute kind of, made in the basement style. Not that some of them aren't good, but most of them have bad reviews. So, yeah, what about you?
Or the three mainline, because I'm a subscriber, the three mainline films will be paid for. I don't think the VSA is going to be probably more action, so it probably won't be something I'm picking up. The VSL, I think people are thinking it's a Paramount film called Bloodline. And I did
Oh,
some
yeah, I
research.
remember that.
That is something I'd probably pick up. Got a nice cast, and it's kind of like a little bit giallo, maybe not in the traditional sense. And partner labels, man, I'm not the biggest partner label guy. I'm just hoping Shudder drops something I want. We got 19 of those releases, so in about 40 seconds, all of our questions are going to be answered. So probably with about 2 seconds, I'm going to hit the refresh button, and we're going to go to town.
Ooh. I
It's
got my
exciting.
card ready to look at the oops section.
Ready to look at the oops?
Oop.
Yeah, no rad for me. Here we go. It's the final countdown. Oh, you know that song too.
Of course I do. Europe sang it. It's one of my favorites.
5 seconds into Howling 2. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's right. It's 9:01, isn't it? Okay, here we go. I'm one of those crazy people hitting it. It's not until 9:01, but it's supposed to be 9:01. Nothing yet. How about on your side?
Well, the oops section hasn't got much in it at the minute, so I don't know what that's about. Oh, here we go. They're starting to add.
Oh, they're a little behind today, aren't they?
They are.
Here we go. No? Nothing yet? You see any of the mainline releases?
Not yet.
It's 9:02. What's going on?
Wow, it's not working.
Last partner title I bought was Attack of the Beast Creatures, and that was January last year. Yeah, did they forget to put their movies on their site?
It looks like it.
This is a first. They're on the website technical side. They never had this issue, so you can't see anything either, right?
Nope.
Wow. Let me be one of those people that just keeps hitting refresh because I don't see anything. Wow, what's going on, Vinegar Syndrome?
They're messing up.
This has never happened in all the years I've been buying their films. And they are usually, there it goes, Howling 2 on 4K. Booyah.
Hey.
Cruel Britannia, 3 killer thrillers from the UK. Delirium was correct. Upgrade to 4K. An Eye for an Eye. Nice. Bloodline was correct from Paramount. Cinematograph, Go Fish. Distropix, Blonde on a Bum Trip. Okay, like I said, I'm going to go over to partner labels real quick, and we'll jump back.
All right.
Ooh, Asylum of Terror. Okay. Nothing I need yet. I don't see anything from Shudder. No, nothing from Shudder. Okay, I'm going to go back to the main line, Malcolm.
All right.
Let me know when you're ready. All right, you're still looking at the out of print?
Yeah, because they just popped up.
Gotcha. Go for it. I'm going to wait for you. I'm just going to kind of browse here. This is a really strong month. The VSA I'm actually interested in, as well as the VSL. Okay, Malcolm, while you're doing that, I'm going to go to Howling 2.
Okay, I should be done. I'm just ordering something, and then I'll be right there.
Take your time. Howling 2, Your Sister is a Werewolf. Very nice artwork. The back is good too, but yep, that was Christopher Lee. Yep, there's the teaser image. There's Christopher Lee. There's the full moon.
Right,
7,000 units.
right,
A ton of extras. 4K scan from the 35 millimeter original camera
Oh, wow, there's
negative.
a lot here, isn't there?
Not commentary, archival commentary track, conversation with the director, a romp through Czechoslovakia, makeup artist Steve Johnson. Yeah, this is loaded, man. Even if you own the Blu-ray from Screen Factory, theatrical trailer, still gallery, Sybil Downing's beautiful breast. Yeah. This is the ultimate release of Howling 2, Your Sister is a Werewolf. If you've ever bought it in any other format, you don't need to buy it again after this one.
Sure.
Christopher Lee looking cool with his 80s glasses.
He's the coolest.
So yeah, there we go. Howling 2, Your Sister is a Werewolf. Chris Barnes did the slipcover art. And it's Felipe Mora is the director. He also did The Beast Within, Howling 3 as
Also,
well.
you were quite close then, really, when you think about it.
Yeah, I think the full moon and then, you know, the side of Christopher Lee's head, I think that was kind of obvious. Are you still in the out of print section?
No, I'm on the main screen now.
Okay, come and join me at the Howling 2 if you have any thoughts on it.
Let me get to you because I love that cover.
Nice, huh?
Yeah. What's the back look like? I guess I was right then about that being the use of the picture then on that other bit.
Yeah. It's a little busy on the back, but it's done very well. It's the clarity is good on the artwork. Like this looks.
Yeah, I love it.
I won't say it's AI.
Howling 2 is a really good movie. I mean, it's not like the greatest, but it's a lot of fun. I watched the Arrow version recently again, and I'm happy to have it on 4K in the collection and get rid of that one.
So you're happy to own this one on 4K?
Especially the 4K titties.
Okay, don't know much about this one. This is Cruel Britannia, 3 killer thrillers from the UK. Obviously the one with Jack Palance is part of it, Craze. So what do we have here?
Yeah,
There's
the other two.
Craze, Penny Gold, and Crucible of Terror.
I've heard of Crucible of Terror. I'm not sure if I've seen it though.
There's the front slip. There's the back. It's kind of a minimalistic approach with the slipcover. There's Craze. I haven't seen the film, so I don't want to click too much into the art. Oh, yeah. I won't click too much in there because I've never seen these films. 5,000 units.
I'm happy with that. I think we need more of that kind of stuff released, to be honest.
All 3 of these films were released between 1971 and 1974. Penny Gold and Craze were restored from a 4K from their 35 original negative camera or camera negatives. Crucible of Terror is 2K from 35 millimeter vault positive. A bunch of commentary tracks, 3 with Kim Newman. That's a little bit overboard. With other people, and then 1 with David Dakota and David Del Val. Yeah. Oh,
that's good.
Hello, that don't look good. She needs a towel. That goes really well with Killer Condom right below. I mean, hello.
See, that's what happened when you saw it. That's what happened.
Hey, I'm down for this one.
No.
I mean, look, I'm always excited to check out movies I've never seen. 3 killer thrillers from the UK. So this is right up your alley, Malcolm, over there in England. And
definitely. I'm happy to see this, to be honest.
And it is Delirium.
I actually really like that slip.
That is a very sexy man. They were kind of pushing the envelope. You know, we got the side boob, we got most of the booty, we got breast, and a very lurid cover, but I love the blood and the knife and
I love it.
oh, the back is great. The monster, get it? The one-eyed monster. Hey, pitchfork and
Well, it looks like I'm going to be sending 2 of my titles then now that I've got the 4K upgrades.
I do have it on Blu-ray, but I'm okay.
This is the type of film that's going to look great in 4K if they've done it right, because of the colors and everything.
Yeah, I mean, this is 5,000 units. It's Lamberto Bava. So now that what Vinegar Syndrome's put out, what, A Blade in the Dark, and now this one, Dario Nicolodi, Dario Argento's
Yeah.
ex-wife, George Eastman,
Love
4K,
George Eastman, or AKA Luigi.
newly scanned 4K from the 35 original camera negative, commentary tracks, Nightmare Delirium, a 41-minute documentary.
Yeah.
A ton of extras.
That's what you want though with these type of things. You
Yeah,
want a lot more.
if you're gonna upgrade something that's already been put out on Blu-ray, I think that's the way to go. I know some people are probably irritated that, oh, this is just another re-release, but the writing's been on the wall for a while that we're not going to get a lot of new disc films. You're going to get a little bit of this too. You're going to get movies that were on Blu-ray that they're going to upgrade to 4K. And unfortunately, if you already own it, then this is part of my subscription. So whether I want to upgrade or not, it's going to happen. Or what about this? You excited for that one?
I'm very excited for that one. I'm actually excited for all of them at the minute. I mean, Eye for an Eye, I actually have the Hong Kong release. And I'm going to buy this release because I love this artwork.
This lady who is she? Because she's lovely.
That's Joey Wong. That's Joey Wong.
Yeah, that was a smart cover to go with. Got a baseball bat ready to kick some butt.
It's a brilliant film. Basically, her husband, from what I remember, her husband gets killed because he's a child, and she ends up in a really precarious situation.
So this is not part of your subscription, but you can get it at a discount. It's only 4,000 units made.
Yeah.
1990. Decent
I
amount of
recommend
extra.
it.
Ooh, this one looks a video essay with Sam Deegan, Hong Kong cinema in the late 80s, between heroic bloodshed and Cat 3 thrillers. That looks kind of cool.
I recommend it.
You're buying this, right?
Yeah, I already own it technically, but I'm buying it again.
Because you just can't go wrong with that slipcover, right?
Exactly.
You know what? I'm going to grab it too. I am starting to kind of like was shot on video. I didn't like it for years. I'm kind of getting on the Hong Kong
action,
kind of the
Hong Kong
action train a little bit.
Yeah.
I really like this slipcover for Bloodline. This is from Paramount Pictures. Sidney Lumet. That reminds me of the artwork. Remember Deadly Blessing?
Yes.
With the woman's face in the hands. Yeah, Sidney Lumet. So it's kind of like a polished thriller horror film. This is one that people were guessing, and they nailed it. Only 3,000 units, so not a ton.
Ooh.
VSL. 1979. Audrey Hepburn, Ben Gazzara, James Mason, Omar Sharif. So a stacked cast. 4K from the 35 millimeter OCN. There's a 117-minute theatrical version and a 141-minute television version. Television version is probably padded with more like plot.
Yeah.
You're not going to get like violence or nudity in that. There's interviews, obviously it's an older film, so a lot of these people might not be alive anymore, so you're not going to get a ton of extras.
Definitely. It's harder when it's the older ones, definitely, for sure. Because you want it, didn't you?
Though. I'm going to pick this one up as well.
Nice.
I am going to pick up Bloodline as well as An Eye for an Eye. Probably my least favorite, sub release is the Cinematograph. I just Go Fish. This does nothing for me.
No.
I know this is kind of like Justin LaLiberty's baby. I told you before they're mostly dramas, and this is kind of following that suit.
Yeah.
1994, fairly unknown cast, a lot of video interviews with the cast, so that's good. Yeah, this is that kind of genre of 90s films I couldn't get into.
Yeah, I struggle, especially considering it's not 4K. So I keep wanting to get the ones that are 4K, when they're in that. And
Yeah.
I just feel like they don't go well together.
Chris Barnes is the best artist by far working for Vinegar Syndrome. The only art I disliked of his was for the Slip for Fatal games. I love that one. Everybody hated that one. Glad to see the making of Doc's return. 1900 on the trailer. But yeah, Go Fish. Yeah, no fish for me. Distrapix. What is this? Blood on a Bum Trip. This looks like artsy fartsy.
Looks a bit odd.
Yeah, this looks weird. 1968. Okay, so yeah, you couldn't give this movie away to me. I wouldn't take it. You could hand me a free copy of it right now, and it would never end up in my player. Because I know what I know. I know what I like, and that's not. All right, we got some Cinematograph T-shirt and a bag. Okay, let's go back to the partner labels and kind of look at them a little bit more. Asylum of Terror. All right.
That one looks interesting.
I want to say this is like 90s. Only 1,000 units.
Yeah.
This is going to go fast. 1998. Only a 75-minute film. Yes or no?
I'd give it a go.
All right. I don't want to click on every one of these because it's not.
The Chile one is basically the Battle of Chile. It's basically a documentary, I think, on the war that's been going on there.
Okay, from Icarus Films. That sounds like a new partner label.
Icarus Films has been around for a while.
Are they new to
They're not new.
OCN?
As far as I know,
No?
they're not.
Okay.
I think there might maybe 2 or 3 releases. Interesting fact: the Film Movement on here has released 4 titles this month, and the Wolf Pigs one has the wrong pictures under it.
Man, I guess I'm just not a big partner label guy. Art Label's back. They haven't had a release in a few months. This actually looks interesting for them. Spirit Riser. Very clever slipcover.
I like it.
What is this from? 1,000 units. Oh, 2024 with Michael Madsen, Kansas Bowling, Lynn Lowry from Shivers. Interesting. I did not expect this to be like a 2024 film. Just based off the artwork, it looks retro.
It looks like it'll be 90s.
It's already sold 70 copies, so that one's probably going to go quick. What do you think, man? These, is there anything you want me to look at? I'm not really.
Well, I can tell you a couple of things. First of all, the Japanese one, the Kuji Fukasawa one, has the wrong pictures in it.
That's not the right movie?
No, the pictures on the pictures are from a different movie.
Wait, because this looks like an Asian film, but this doesn't look like Asian actors.
They're Japanese films.
Okay.
But they put the wrong person out. I bought this even though I already own one of the movies because I want the second movie. And it has a booklet in it. So I picked that up. Eternal Rose as well is a classic, which Canny have released this month. If you go further down, My Heart Is That Eternal Rose. That's a classic Asian movie.
That's nice artwork.
Which also stars Joey Wong as well. There she is.
I was really hoping something from Shudder, but no Shudder this month.
Decalogue have released that guy Dick Miller, which is a Dick Miller documentary, which is actually pretty cool to see.
The late great Dick Miller, 10th anniversary edition. So this is obviously he was alive, so it's an older doc. I mean, he's actually in the documentary, and it looks like they're talking to Joe Dante, Roger Corman. Oh yeah, that art. Now that I see that artwork, yeah, I remember that. I haven't seen it, but I do remember this documentary. So overall, wouldn't you say the partner label is kind of weak sauce for the most part?
I don't think they're bad. I just don't think they're brilliant. There's some good titles in there, unlike most ones. Like I Used to Be Funny is a great one from starring the girl who was in Shiva Baby, and Bottoms, and what was the other one? Dead Bodies. So
well, the partner
there's some
labels,
decent stuff.
Well, the partner labels were weak. I'm fine with these three. I've never owned Howling 2. I've never seen these three films. I own Delirium on Blu-ray, but I'm fine. It's a good film. I actually, of all the titles, I'm actually most excited for Bloodline and An Eye for an Eye, just because
I would pick My Heart Is an Eternal Rose as well if you can.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the main screen. I want to stop sharing, and I'm going to jump over to Melusine and see what they have going on over there.
I don't know, John. I don't know if they have looking for Mr. Goodbye. I know a lot of people have thought that for quite a while now, at least over a year. So, I mean, anything's possible, but I think it's the music rights. I think that's the problem people are saying.
Okay, interesting. That movie from Dystropix, Blonde on a Bum Trip, is over here. So I guess it's an adult title. I don't know if it was supposed to be.
Well, no. What happens is if Dystropix, if it's not an adult title, they have it on both.
Gotcha. It's more like a skin flick.
Yeah.
Okay, so the one over here is Picorama. It's Little Orphan Sammy plus Little Blue Box. It's a double feature Picorama. And yeah, they're kind of risque artwork, so I don't have a problem with them, but you know. Oh yeah, the screenshots look good. So really, yeah, for me, basically 3 pickups. So
what are you picking up?
Let me go back. Okay, so these 3 are paid for. They're part of our subscription. Yeah. I am going to pick up An Eye for an Eye and Bloodline, and that's it. So I'm only making 2 purchases. The adult titles, they're not going to sell out. And I'm still backlogged with a few other films from like months ago. So looks like I'm going to have these 5 films coming in my shipment. What about you?
Basically the same. Oh, and I'm picking up My Heart Is That Eternal Rose because that's a classic.
So yeah, I think it's a strong month, but not surprising.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, do you think Vinegar Syndrome have Looking for Mr. Goodbar have strong suspicion of be November Cinematograph? Yeah, it's rights, right? It's like music rights or
it's
something.
Music rights. That's the issue of it, music rights. And because a lot of people thought it was going to happen the last time, if you remember, when they did that whole thing that spelled Goodbar.
Right, which you can't do that on accident, right? That's impossible.
Yeah.
To spell out Looking for Mr. Goodbar. So maybe it's coming, or maybe they had it and there was a snag because of the music.
I mean, it could be happening. You don't know. It could be happening. But I won't keep my hopes up just in case. I mean, November would be a big time for it because that's normally that's what they have to do, that big one. But you just never know.
Yeah, I mean, September is, I feel overall is a strong month. Let me click out of here. Okay, we're done with the website for now. But no, I'm happy with it. I mean, I'm kind of a bummer, that Delirium, I already own it. I don't really need to own it on 4K because it is what it is. That is the chance you take as a subscriber. You're going to get some duplicates of stuff. But this is like the calm before the storm. You wait till October and November. October, I think we're going to, that Never on Disc slasher will probably be Home Sweet Home. We'll see.
Ooh.
I
That'd be
thought
awesome.
I saw a Kino insider say it was with another label when asked. It's possible.
Possible.
But Kino
You never know.
Kino needs to be quiet and work on their slipcovers before they.
Yeah, their slipcovers are horrendous.
I mean, they crank out a lot of films, so that's nice. But their slipcovers are the cheapest.
I'd rather they didn't bother with the slipcovers, to be honest.
I mean, they're so dated, right? Because people have, them and Vestron just make the worst slipcovers in the world.
They do. They're so soft. I mean, even when I get them, like when I got the Jess Franco ones, and they're sealed in the thing, they're already bent and damaged before you even open it up.
In case anybody forgets, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. It does make a difference. Anybody out there in the comments, what are you guys going to pick up, if anything? It's nice to be, be here when the sale goes live. That way I can just kind of put it in the rear view mirror and pick up. I just can't
believe there's no shutters.
Yeah. I thought Shutter was once a month. That's what I thought with 19.
I mean, there's like 5 film movement releases on there, but no Shutter.
Yeah. I mean, Shutter's got a lot. If you just Google search Shutter originals or just Shutter movies, I could see them doing a Creep Show box set of, like, I don't know, is it 3 or 4 seasons, or, I don't like all their films, but I thought that we were going to get one a month for a while. So
well, I just made the $500 tier. So I'll get a free poster. Oh God.
Is that the rad poster?
I hope so, because that's the one that's the one out of the 2 that I like. Let's have a look.
That you have no use for?
Yep. Okay, how do you do this? Click the button below to view the product. Yeah, it is the red one. I'm happy about that, actually, because I don't like the second one, but I do like this one. Where it just says the Vinegar Syndrome one. That one there.
Yeah.
No, you can't see it, can you? There you go, that one.
Whoa. Yeah.
No, but apparently it costs like $100 normally.
Well, I think that we are done with the Vinegar Syndrome sale. Did you want to look at anything else on the website? Are you good?
I'm good, but I wanted to ask you a question about something else on another site.
Go for it.
Since everybody's asking about it, what do you think about that whole Never-Ending Story $200 release?
Is that imprint? $200?
Yeah, it's 249 Australian dollars. You get 5 discs. One's the 2024 documentary, and 2 of each of the other ones are basically a 4K Blu-ray of different cuts of the film. And it comes with like the book, like replica book thing of the film, and some art cards for 249 Australian dollars.
It's one of those films I remember when it came out, and I've never wanted to see it, actually. Okay.
Because, I have to be honest, I would never pay that for that.
So, Jason, what's going on with Culture Shock? Been dead silence for months. I hope the titles like Lone Wolf aren't going to be sitting in limbo forever. I'll be totally transparent, John. I mean, I am or was good friends with the owner. It hasn't been good since he left OCN distribution. Long story short, and this is kind of out there, it's no secret that Daniel and the other owner, Warren Chan, were good friends, and maybe they still are, but they split. Warren started Art Label, which has a title that just came out today. Culture Shock's only released one film, Night of the Bastard. Right when they left OCN, they had a trailer cut with, and you probably saw Lone Wolf, The Refrigerator, Saw the Party Nerds 1 and 2, and none of them have been put out yet. I know a bunch of other titles that they have as well, probably 20. But I don't know what's going on, man. I wish Daniel the best. I want him to release those films. A lot of them I want to buy. But I don't know, man. This is kind of what I've learned in all my years of either writing for a magazine, websites. It's kind of why I started my YouTube channel, to be honest with you. It's the only time I feel like I'm in control of anything as far as interviews, who I talk to, what I want to do. So the sweet thing about the Culture Shock thing not working out is I wouldn't be doing this now if I was still kind of like doing behind the scenes stuff for Culture Shock. So honestly, Matt, I don't know. It's not good to only have one movie come out in a year. There's so many labels out there that people will forget about you. Boom.
Well, a lot of people are selling the Culture Shock stuff now because they see it as a dead label. So, because I see it everywhere. Some of them are super cheap as well. You can get some of the discs for like $10, $12.
I know it was a 2-year contract with TerraVision. TerraVision is dropping the ball as far as I'm concerned. Malcolm and I will probably do a video closer to Halloween that talks about, they have all these films in the pipeline, but they just keep releasing crap. And it's like, dude, it's like, what's taking so long? So anyways, yeah, Culture Shock, man.
Well, go on. You finish Culture Shock, then I'll say what I was going to say.
No, let's move on.
I was going to say, as I'm a television subscriber, right? I'm sure everybody knows that, just like they know about you with Culture Shock. And seeing Fogman was like, seeing this new WNF UF one, why can't they just release some of the good films? Like, where's Gator 1 and 2? Where's Black Cobra 1 and 2? Where's even the City Light ones? Why aren't there more of them? So I just want to see more of it. As for Culture Shock, I think, and I don't want to sound horrible, but I think the writing's on the wall. If you ain't released something in nearly a year, then your company's practically dead. Especially if you've got the rights to it and you're supposed to be working on them. I mean, over here, we've got a company called Shameless Entertainment, right? And at one point, they're releasing a title every couple of years. And now they're releasing Blu-rays, I would say, every 3-4 months. But at least you're hearing about. With Culture Shock, it's like...
there's too much competition. Imagine a YouTuber, maybe they upload one video a week, and then they go 6 months to a year without it. People are going to move on. They're going to be like, you stop posting videos. I stop following you. I might still subscribe, but I'm not interested. Yeah. Same with the boutique label. I mean, you don't have to put out a movie a month, but, at least every 3 months or something. Why do you think TerraVision will hold it back and release the titles? Brad's scared of the competition?
I think what it is, to be honest with you, I think it's just for they're lazy.
My issue with Brad is this. The guy's knowledgeable. He knows his stuff. They rarely do videos.
We know he's all right because he's bold.
But the problem is they rarely do live videos. I know Ryan Verrill at Disconnected is kind of in charge. And once in a while, when they make an announcement every 4 to 6 months, they'll go on there. But he got butthurt from a comment about restoration on Twitter. And he quickly jumped onto YouTube and made a solo video. That's
which I think hurt more than helped, to be honest.
Yeah, if you could jump on YouTube to complain about something like that, then you can go on YouTube and do a video about what's coming out.
My problem with them, with television, is I like the company, I do. I like the releases, even though a lot of the releases I probably wouldn't pick up normally if I didn't have them in the sub. I think they do a decent job. But my problem is just they don't update you properly. Yeah, this is the other thing. When you see these at these conventions or you see them at these pop-up things and they're posting, oh, here I am and this, but they're not giving you updates on titles being released. Now, don't get me wrong, the last month, they've been telling you, like, oh, Frogman, this one. But when you're a subscriber and it's been like 3 months since you've had anything shipped to you, it's not good. You know, I don't care what people say, it's not good. It's upsetting, it's frustrating. Especially when you have companies like Vinegar Syndrome and Radiance doing it every month without fail. Now, you could say television's smaller, and they are. But keep us updated. Talk to us about it. Do live videos talking about it. You know, don't post about everything but what you're releasing. You know, that's my problem with them. Other than that, I like the company, and you know, I want to see great titles from them. I've got like 110 titles left to get from them in the subscription. So, but I want to see them succeed. But I want to see them do. I want to keep up that customer relations so that I'm not feeling left in the cold, or anyone else is feeling left in the cold. Because when you do that to subscribers, they're your main base when it starts off, because they're the people who are investing in you as a company. The people that buy after the stuff comes out, they're investing, but it's a different time period, because I'm investing before I know what the title is. And some people, they're investing once I know what the title is. And I think it's important to always keep the, you know.
It's going to take 20 years for you to get all those films. But so today, normally Malcolm and I record on Mondays. Today's kind of replacing Monday. But the following Monday, Malcolm and I are back doing our series, looking at all the theatrically released Star Wars films. We already did The Phantom Menace. Next up is Attack of the Clones. So that will be in about a week or so.
Yep.
And then we have some very cool stuff lined up for October. Don't want to say too much. Got a couple interviews in the pipeline, but again, until those are recorded and set in stone, I don't want to jinx myself. But anyways, there's a lot going on with the channel. Hopefully it continues to grow. Having fun with it regardless. Yeah, I always appreciate people for watching and being involved. I mean, thank you, John McD. I know we had quite a few watchers, but not a lot of commenters. That's okay. I know there's a lot of competition on a day like this with other people like Master Chaos. These people that have been doing it for a while, but I really feel like Malcolm and I know our stuff, and we are subscribers, and we're open-minded.
Yeah,
we don't just
we walk the walk, we talk the talk, and walk the walk.
And we don't just dogpile on films, you know, we're open-minded. We're not just going to slam it like, you know, I know some people just go on there to bitch about pricing and
it's calling people out again.
Oh, Dead Pit Radio, you know, people like that just want to complain about tiers thing. And at the end of the day, nobody boutique labels force us to buy a damn thing. It's our choice to get out our credit cards and bank cards and make purchases. They just put it out there. Nobody's forcing our hand. Yep. So I'm kind of tired of the bitching and moaning about it. Move on. There's bigger fish to fry than movies, and whether you need to buy them or not. And if you want to come on my show and talk about it, I will gladly invite you, and we can have a discussion about it. I'm open to bringing anybody on the channel or being on their channel. I'm not scared. I'm open for debate, you know, without getting personal.
Well, you can come on my channel, and on my live called 21 Random Questions. Well, I'll ask anything with that. No barrier whatsoever.
Well, see if you get that back, man. You need to get back to doing your channel. But anyways, it's been a fun Sunday to be talking about physical media. Hopefully I can do these on the first of the month. Probably 9 o'clock in the morning is probably not going to happen very often, but it's nice to get them out of the way and to know that, you know, FOMO is by the wayside now.
You can just chill. You don't have to worry about it now.
Nope. But thank you, Malcolm, again. I appreciate your time and your expertise. Malcolm is now officially a film historian. I don't know how you get the title, but I see it thrown around so much that we're just going to call you film historian, Malcolm. I've anointed you that. I see it thrown around so much, and you probably know just as much as other people. So Malcolm is officially a film historian. If you don't like it, too bad. But anyways, thank you everybody for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.